comfortable seat. So whatever's comfortable for you, if you have blocks or a cushion and that's more comfortable, you can do that. We're just gonna take a few moments just to arrive. Maybe you can even close your eyes and just start to focus on the breath. And just start to feel how it feels to come back into the body. So we spend so much time in our mind that this hour really gives us a chance just to give the mind a rest and start to come right back into the body. I'm going to start with a mudra. So you can open your eyes so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to come into Anjali mudra. So that's just hands coming right to our heart center. And inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. One more time. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. You can take your right hand along the left knee, keeping the spine long, and just take a twist to the left. So chin away from chest. And then to the other side. And then coming back to center. You can make your way into tabletop. So in tabletop, shoulders are over wrist, hips are over knees, and then gaze is straight down. So we'll come into a couple of cat-cows. So on an inhale, you can drop the belly, look up. And then on an exhale, arch the spine, drop the head. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And then exhale, arch the spine, drop the head. You can take a couple more at your own pace. Just matching breath to movement here. And then as you start to turn inward, you see if there's any other shapes or movements that would feel good to you right now, and you can take those. Maybe it's bringing fingertips out to the side, backwards the thighs, taking some wrist rotations can feel nice. Coming back to center. Right leg back and up, parallel to the earth. Stay with hands pressed on the earth, or if you'd like a little more of a challenge, left hand can extend forward. You might be a little wobbly here, and that's okay. You can take an inhale and then exhale, knee to elbow, coming back up. Knee to elbow, coming back up, knee, coming back up, holding it there, and then hand and knee to the earth. Inhale, drop the belly, look up for your cow. Exhale, arch the spine, drop the head for your cow. And then we'll make our way back to neutral. This time, left leg can extend back. Remember, you can keep your hands pressed on the earth if you'd like, or right arm extends forward. The gaze stays straight down. You can take an inhale here, exhale, knee to elbow, coming back up, knee to elbow, coming back up, knee to elbow, coming back up. And then with intention, hand and knee can come back down to the earth. You'll take a couple of big steps forward with your hands. We're going to keep the hips over the knees. And then just sinking the chest down, and either chin or forehead can rest on the earth. And this is our puppy pose. So it's a chest opener, so you can imagine the chest trying to make contact with the earth. And breathing here. And keeping the forearms pressed into the earth, you can shimmy the body back and we'll come into Sphinx. So in sync, shoulders are over elbows. Forearms are pressed into the earth. You can imagine the chest trying to come through the shoulders. So it's a much more active posture than it looks. Sometimes it reminds me of maybe a kid on the living room watching TV. Really more active. So kind of imagine forearms pressing in and you're trying to get your elbows back by ribs. And you can come all the way down to the earth. So we're going to take some belly back bends here. So you can have your arms out long beside you, palms facing the earth, and feet together, shoelace side of the feet pressing into the earth. So we're going to take 3 of them. And each one will build on the previous one, but feel free to take whatever one you prefer. Maybe you want to stay with the beginning one. So for the first one, with shoelace sides of the feet pressing into the earth, we're just going to lift the upper body. So arms, chest, head, but the gaze is still straight down. We're not cranking the neck at all. And just breathing. And then coming back down. We'll take a moment to reset. For the next one, we're going to lift the upper body and the lower body. So on an inhale, come up. The gaze is still straight down. Now in this, it's not so much how high you can get. Really think of how long you can get. So if you're trying to get the tips of your toes to one side of the room and your crown of your head to the other. We're really looking to lengthen here. And then coming back down. And we're going to take one more. So you can take either of those variations, or if you want, you can interlace your hands behind your lower back. And it becomes a little bit of a chest opener as well. So on an inhale, come up. And then coming back down. You can release your hands, bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet back and forth. And then hands can come underneath shoulders. And you can push yourself up just into a baby cobra. So just chest gets lifted, gaze is still looking at the earth, maybe about a foot or 2 in front of you. And then coming back down. And then you can press yourself up via tabletop. Knees can come wide, and then you just sit back on your heels as we come into child's pose. So you can take a few breaths here. And just remember, child's pose is always available to you. So even if I don't cue it, at any point, if you just feel like you need a little bit more grounding, a little more and rise back up into tabletop. Curl the toes under. Push back, downward facing dog. So you can pedal out your feet here. Hands pressing into the earth. And just breathing here. And go high on your tiptoes. Really bend the knees, maybe lengthen out the spine. And then start to straighten the legs. And I feel like for most people in downward facing dog, it behooves them to have a little bit of a bend in the knee, because that just helps to lengthen the spine a little bit more. So you might want to try that and see how that feels. And you can go high on your tiptoes again, bending the knees. You start to walk to the front of your mat, and we'll meet in ragdoll forward fold. So feet about hips width apart, opposite hand to opposite elbow. Knees can be bent to create a little shelf for your belly. Just let the head hang heavy here. Just letting gravity do the work. With the feet rooted into the earth, maybe you start to sway back and forth. And you can release the elbows. Toe nail the feet together a little bit. Then then bend the knees to lengthen the spine. So shoulder blades come back, gaze can be straight down. And then extend the arms forward, so like you're trying to touch the wall in front of you. Lengthening the spine. And with the feet rooted into the earth, you can push into the earth as we stand up to our extended Tadasana. You can grab your left wrist with your right hand, and we're going to take a side bend to the right. And then the other side. Coming back to center, we'll take those goddess arms with the feet rooting into the earth. Inhale, look up, opening up the heart space. And then bringing hands to heart center. So we're going to take some Sun Salutation C this morning. So it's a little bit of a variation of what we have been doing. So again, you can just start going at your own pace. So this is just to start helping to warm up. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, you'll bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. Shoulder blades can come back. And then you can plant your hands. You'll step the left foot back, soften the left knee. Hands come high to the sky for your low lunge. Breathing here. Maybe even bring your hands to heart center as you kind of drop into that front leg. Hands can come back to the earth, framing your foot. Curl the back toes under, coming into a runner's lunge. And then right foot sweeps back, three-legged dog on the right. We'll start with our hips square to the earth. Foot can be flexed, toes pointing down. And then you can bend the right knee, opening up the hips. And if that doesn't feel well, just keep it with the hips facing the earth. And we'll come back to center. You can drop the right foot to meet the left, downward facing dog. And glide forward to your high plank. Drop the knees, coming back into tabletop. Inhale, look up, your cow posture. And then exhale as you start to roll into cat. Curl the toes under and come back into downward facing dog. So that's also one option for your vinyasa throughout the practice. So in case you don't want to come all the way down to the earth or into a low push-up, you can simply take a tabletop and take a cow and come back into downward facing. Right leg comes high again. And glide forward, bringing right knee to nose, stepping it forward to your runner's lunge. Soften the back knee, hands come high to the sky. And you're back in your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. And then right hands can come back down to the earth. Curl the back toes under. Left foot comes to meet the right, downhill skier. Elbows come back by ribs, feet rooting into the earth. And take an inhale here, exhale, arms sweep back like airplane. Leg strength brings you right back up. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine, bringing those shoulder blades back. And then you can plant the hands. Right foot steps back. You can soften the right knee. Hands come high to the sky as we're in our low lunge now on the left. And then you can bring your hands to heart center. And just take a moment here, opening up the hips. You can bring the hands back to the earth. Curl the back toes under. Left leg sweeps back. Three-legged dog on the left. You can stay with hips squared, or if you want, you can bend the knee, opening up the hip. Coming back to center. Left foot comes down to meet the right, downward facing dog. Glide forward to your high plank. Drop the knees for tabletop. Inhale, look up for cow, belly drops, head lifts. And then on your exhale, arch the spine, curl the toes under, back to downward facing. Left leg comes high. Left foot steps forward. And soften the right knee. And come back into our low lunge on the left. Hands can come high to the sky. Hands come back to the earth. Curl the back toes under. Right foot meets the left. Downhill skier. Elbows back by ribs. Take an inhale here. Exhale, arms sweep back like airplanes. Leg strength brings us right up to Tadasana. Inhale, hands come high. And exhale, hands come to heart center. So we'll just take one more on each side. Maybe add some little variations. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. Then on an exhale, plant the hands. Left foot steps back. Drop the left knee. Hands come high to the sky if you're low lunge. This time we'll take the left hand to the earth and we'll take a twist to the right. Right hand comes back to the earth. Straighten out the front leg, half split. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale, just hinging, just stretching out the hamstrings there. And walk the hands forward, curling the back toes under, coming back to your runner's lunge. The hands planted into the earth, right leg sweeps back, three-legged dog on the right. And then right foot can come to meet the left, downward facing dog. Hands pressed firmly in the earth. Maybe you have that slight bend in your knees. You can glide forward to your high plank. And remember, you can drop the knees coming into your cow, or you can take a little push-up with me, keeping the core engaged. Elbows come down at about 90 degrees. Inhale, we push up to upward facing. Maybe just take a moment here, feeling that stretch. And taking one more inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg comes high. Right foot steps forward. Soften that back knee. Hands come high to the sky, back into your low lunge. Hands can come back to the earth. Curl the back toes under. Left foot comes to meet the right. Back into here. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, arms sweep. Leg strength brings you up to standing. Inhale, hands come high. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. Shoulder blades come back. And then you can plant the hands. Right foot steps back now. Soften the right knee. Hands come high to the sky, low lunge. Right hand can connect to the earth as you twist to the left. Left hand can come back to the earth, straighten out that front leg, half split. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to hinge. Walk the hands forward, curl the back toes under, coming back into your runner's lunge on the left. Left foot sweeps back, three-legged dog. Left foot drops to meet the right. Downward facing dog. And glide forward on an inhale. You can push forward on your toes so shoulders are in front of wrist. We'll come down into our low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts high. And then left foot steps forward. Soften the right knee. Back into our low lunge. Hands can come back to the earth. Curl the back toes under. Right foot steps. Downhill skier. And taking an inhale here. Exhale, arm sweep back. Leg strength brings you right up to Tadasana. Inhale, hands come high. And exhale, hands to heart center. So that was your Sun Salutation C, which we don't do often, but should be warmed up now. So inhale, hands come high. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine. And then exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. Low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And breathing here. We'll glide forward to our high plank. And then you can drop the knees coming into tabletop. So we're going to be doing side plank in this series, but I wanted to quickly demo just supported side plank. So you can start by placing the weight into your right hand, and your hand can be underneath the shoulder, or maybe even like an inch or two above it, or an inch or two in front of it. Can feel a little bit better on the shoulders. And then kickstanding the right shin. You just come into your side. So this is a supported side plank. So you can see arms are still stacked on one another, hips lifted, and you try to get all of your foot pressing onto the earth, that left foot. And we'll come back to tabletop, and we'll just take it on the other side so we're even, placing the weight into the left hand, kickstand the left foot, coming into our supported side plank on the left. So I just wanted to show that, so as we're going through our series, when we do side plank, you know that you have options. Coming back to tabletop, curl the toes under, pushing right back, downward facing dog. Right leg comes high, and then right foot's gonna step forward, back foot dials back, rise up, warrior one. So in warrior one, both feet are planted firmly on the earth, and hips are squared. So hips are squared to the front of your mat. So that back foot, there's really a lot of energy in the back foot, keeping those hips squared. And breathing. You can bring your hands to heart center. We're going to open up warrior two. So warrior two, the stance is going to be a little bit wider. And there's heel to instep alignment. And knee is over ankle. And that knee is tracking to the pinky or second toe. And one of the things that I've been learning as in my practice and from other teachers is that sometimes if you bring the toes a little bit to the front of the mat, that gives a little bit more space for the hips, and it can feel a little bit better. So you might want to try. It doesn't have to be perfectly parallel to the back of the mat. You can kind of turn a little bit towards the front. I'm just breathing here. Just feeling that grounding, that stability in your warrior two. You can flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then you can bring the right forearm right to that right thigh, coming into your side angle. So in side angle, that hand can be right above the head, or maybe it reaches forward, or if you have a half or a full bind in your practice, you can take that here too. Breathing here. And no matter where you are with your side angle now, we'll bring it right back, right on over our head. Then we're going to pivot on the back foot. Left hand can connect with the earth. Now we'll take a twist to the right. And this is our dragonfly posture. Right hand can come back to the earth and step back to your high plank here. Shoulders over wrist, core is engaged, hips are lifted. Then we'll place the weight into our right hand, drop the heels to the right, coming into our side plank on the right. So if you'd like to take the supported side plank that we just did, you can just drop that bottom knee. You also have the option of staggering your feet, stacking them, or if you want a little bit more, you can lift that top leg with the arm going to the front. So whatever is going to work for you today. Just keeping hips lifted, that calm, steady concentration. And then left hand can come back to the earth. You're back into your high plank. You can take an inhale here, exhale, back to downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. So hands pressing into the earth, and there's almost this internal rotation where biceps are trying to come towards ears. And you'll lift your left leg high, and then left foot will step forward, back foot dials back, warrior 1 on the left. The hips are squared in this one, and gaze is straight ahead. And you can bring your hands to heart center. We'll open up, warrior 2. So you can take a moment, get your alignment. Knees over ankle. Arms are parallel, gaze straight ahead. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, side angle. So left forearm can connect with that left thigh. And even drop the hips a little bit lower. That top hand can be right over your head. Again, reaches for the front of the mat. Or if you have a half full bind in your practice, you can take that here too. And hand can come right back over the head no matter where you were in your side angle. We'll pivot on the back foot. Right hand can connect with the earth. Dragonfly twist now will open up to the left. So right hand is down, left hand is high. You can always just check in with your neck. So if it feels okay with your neck, you can gaze up at your hand. If not, just look at the wall in front of you. The left hand can come back down, and you can step back to your high plank. And this time we'll place the weight into the left hand. Heels drop to the left, coming into side plank. So whatever variation suits you today. And then right hand can come back to the earth. You're back into your high plank. So I hope you guys still like me after the next sequence, but I think you will. So we're in our high plank. We're gonna come down to our dolphin plank. So coming forearms to the earth, so forearms making that 11, shoulders stacked over elbows, core is engaged. And we're gonna walk our feet forward, coming into dolphin. So dolphin's kind of like the cross between downward facing dog and our dolphin plank. Now, in this position, think of the forearms pressing into the earth and shoulders lifting. So you're not dropping into the shoulders, but you're lifting up. And you can either stay with both feet on the earth, or you can lift one leg up. So you can lift the right leg up, keeping the hips squared. And then bringing the right foot down, switching legs, left leg lifts. Remember, forearms are pressing, lifting out of the shoulders, and then left foot comes down. You can walk the feet back, coming back into your dolphin plank. Drop the knees, drop the hips, Sphinx. Ah, that feels good. I did this earlier when I was working on the sequence, and yeah, it was kind of tough. Curl the toes under, lifting the hips, coming back into your dolphin plank. And then lifting up to your high plank, keeping that core engaged. Taking an inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. You're going to start to walk your hands to the back of the mat, so just keeping your feet where they are, and walking the hands, then you're at your forward fold at the top of your mat. Then you can toe heel your feet together a little bit. And gently start rolling up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. So you're standing now in Tadasana, just at the back of your mat. We'll step the right foot forward, right hand high. Then you grab the left ankle, so the inside of the left ankle. Now you can either just stay here with knee pointing down, and this is a standing quadricep stretch, which is a very valuable posture in its own right. But if you want to move it into dancers, which is also a back bend, you start to kick the left foot back, keeping the hips squared forward. And just breathing here. And again, we're going to try to keep the hips squared forward, so not opening the hips up. And we can rise back up. You can step the left foot forward now, left hand high. We'll take the ankle now in our right hand. And again, you can stay in that nice quadricep stretch, pointing that knee straight down to the earth. Or if you want to come into your dancers, you start kicking back. And really what provides the stability in this posture is that tension between the shoulder and the foot. So it's like the more the foot kicks for some reason, the more balance you'll find. You can try gazing at something that's not moving, so that's your drishti. That really acts as another limb. And of course, if you're by a wall and you want to use an arm to give you a little extra balance, you can do that. And we'll rise back up. Right foot steps in front. We'll come into tree. So left foot can come to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Just not the knee. Hands can come to heart center. You can find that spot to gaze at. Keeping your hands at heart center, or you can grow your tree. And bringing hands back to heart center. Still balancing on the right foot. You can bring the left knee forward for your one-legged Tadasana, grabbing the outside of the left knee with the right hand as you twist to the left. So standing twist. Coming back through the center, hands can come to heart center. You can give the leg a kick, bring it back, and then release. You can shake it out a little bit here. And you can place the weight now into your left foot. And we're going to take tree on the other side. So really anywhere on your left leg other than your knee. Maybe just take a moment to feel that stability, feel the grounding. If you want to grow your tree, you can grow your tree here. hands back to heart center. That right knee will come out in front. And grab the outside of the right knee with the left hand. We'll do a high twist to the right. Coming back to center, hands come to heart center. You can give it a kick, bring it back, and then release. And then you can shake it out. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees to lengthen the spine, shoulder blades come back. And then you can plant the hands, step back to your high plank. And you can go through Vinyasa here or meet right back in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're going to come into child's pose. So again, knees can come wide, sitting back on the heels. Arms can outstretch, third eye, resting into the earth. You can walk your hands to the right in your child's pose, stretching out the left side of the body. And coming back through center, walking them to the left. And coming back through center. And you can start lifting back up. And then we're just going to come and take a seat. You're just taking a seat on your mat. Look, extend the left leg long. The right foot can be your left inner thigh. And then inhale, hands come high, so lengthening the spine. And you can just rotate and fold forward, hinging at the hips. So starting to slowing down, so just holding the postures a little bit more, focusing on the flexibility. And it's really one of the great things about yoga. We can go quickly building up some heat, strengthening the muscles, but we also focus then on holding them longer, where it becomes more yin, more receptive. And you can start to rise back up. And place your right hand right behind you. Lift the hips up. Left hand comes high for our baby wild thing. So a little back bend. And then hips can come back down to the earth. You can take that left foot, put it to the outside of your right knee. We'll set up for a seated side twist. So that left hand can support you. Right arm comes high as we twist to the left. Right elbow can hook along the left knee. You can also just hug the knee as well too, if that's more accessible. And coming back through center. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. So coming into this diamond posture. So creating that diamond. Then you can just hold on to your toes or just resting the hands right on the earth. You'll inhale to lengthen and then exhale, just hinging forward. You can start to rise back up. Right leg extends, sole of the left foot can come to the inner thigh. Inhale to lengthen, arms can come high. And then exhale, hinging forward right over that right leg. And you can rise back up, placing that left hand behind you, lifting up the hips. Right hand comes high, baby wild thing. And then hips can come back down to the earth. And take your right foot, plant it right on the outside now of the left knee. Maybe take a moment just to settle the hips back down. Right hand come behind you, left hand high as we twist to the right. And coming back through center. And we'll have both legs come straight out before us. Inhale, hands come high. And then exhale, hinging forward. And trying to keep the spine long. You don't have to try to force it. And you can rise back up and place the soles of the feet on the earth. And then hands can come out in front of you. And we're just slowly going to make our way to the mat, but really engaging our core as we do so. So slowly making our way down, engaging the core until we come all the way down. And then you can see if your fingertips can graze your heels. So maybe you just bring your hips a little bit closer. But feet are about hips width apart. We're going to take some dynamic bridges. So on an inhale, we'll lift the hips. Arms go all the way back. So the backs of your hands are behind you. And then on an exhale, arms come forward, hips come down. So inhale, we rise. And exhale, we come back down. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we come back down. I'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we come back down. 1 more time. Inhale, we lift. And then exhale, come right back down. And then you can bring your feet wide to the edges of the mat, knees knock in. This is just a nice counter posture for some of the back bending we've been doing. And soles of the feet can connect as the knees go wide. And come into Supta Padasana, so maybe 1 hand on the belly, 1 hand on the heart here. You can close your eyes. Maybe if you've noticed that your mind is starting to wander about things that you'll be doing after practice, you just observe that and then just gently bring the focus back to the body. Checking with the body, seeing how it's feeling, seeing any of the energy that it was created. Give your knees a hug in, and maybe rock a little bit side to side. And we'll come into our reclining figure 4. So you can take your right ankle in front of the left knee. You can either grab behind the left thigh, maybe pressing the right knee away, or you can plant your left foot either on the earth or a wall, whatever would feel good for you. can switch sides. You can release your left ankle. Bring soles of the feet to the sky. Now, if you have a block, you can place that underneath your sacrum. That can feel nice. Or you could also just place your hands underneath your hips, and that also offers some support as well too. Or just this gentle inversion. And you can grab the inside edges of your feet, coming into your happy baby, so rocking a little bit side to side. Maybe you can extend one leg and then the other, so kicking just like a baby does in the crib. And just think, if it wasn't for yoga, we'd probably never come into these postures again. Another bonus for practicing yoga. And you can hug your knees tight into your chest. Keep the right knee tucked in. Extend the left leg along on the earth. And then you'll gently guide your right knee across the left side of your body. Right arm can go out like an anchor as you gaze to the right. And coming back through to the center, you can hug both knees in. This time you'll keep the left knee hugged in, right leg will go long on the earth, and then you can gently guide the right knee over, the left knee over the right side of the body as you gaze to the left. And you can come back to center, give both knees a hug in. And maybe just take this time to express some gratitude to yourself for making the time today, reintegrating body, mind, and spirit. And you can release the legs long on the earth, palms facing the sky. Then come into your final, most important posture, Shavasana. Now, you guys can stay lying down. I'm actually going to sit up because I wanted to share a little Shavasana story, so something that you can think about while you're in Shavasana. And some of you guys may have heard this before, but I always like it every time I hear about it. So it's the story of the two wolves. So one evening, an elderly Cherokee brave was sitting there talking to his grandson, and he told him that there's a fight that happens inside everybody's minds, and it's a fight between two wolves. And there's an evil wolf, and he's angry, greedy, jealous. He's full of like sorrow, resentment, bitterness, false pride, and ego. But the other wolf is a good wolf. And this wolf is all about joy, peace, love, hope, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, and faith. And so the little boy thinks about that for a moment, thinking about this really evil wolf and this good wolf that are having a fight to the death in his mind. So he asks his grandfather, he's like, well, which one wins? And the grandfather tells him, whatever one you feed. And I like that so much because it's just a reminder that we have the option for which thoughts we engage in, which stories we want to tell ourselves. So when we start to observe our thoughts a little more as we do in yoga and meditation, it gives us an opportunity to decide whether we want to engage with this, whether it's serving us or whether it's weakening us. So I just wanted to share that story as you relax into your Shavasana. Maybe you start to bring a little bit of consciousness back. So maybe you wiggle your toes or your fingers. You can start to roll over to your right or left side. So we'll spend a few moments in the fetal position, so whatever side is more comfortable. And then you can start to make your way up to a comfortable seat. This time we're going to meet with our hands right on our heart. So maybe the palm of your right hand right on your heart, and the left hand over your right. And we're just going to end the practice with a very short loving kindness blessing. So first we're going to extend the blessing to ourselves, and then we're going to extend it out to everybody else. So everybody that is in this practice with us, and really the entire world. So you can either say the words silently to yourself or repeat them out loud, whatever works for you. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. And may I live with ease. And then I'll extend that blessing to each other, to the world. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you live with ease. Bring our hands to heart center. And together we'll bow. Namaste. So thank you all. You can